Hi, I'm Nona, and this is NonnasHere, and this is a craft collaboration for Everything Crafty, and our theme is Everything Merry, M-E-R-R-Y, Merry. Okay, so I have done several craft projects that are easy, fun, and budget-friendly because most of my supplies are from Dollar Tree or Temu, where I get some great deals for Everything Merry. So please stay tuned. We'll get over to my craft table and I'll show you what I've been working on. Now, it's been a while since I've been crafting because we went on vacation and then we had our 4-year-old granddaughter with us for 12 days. Then we had to take her back to Texas for her mommy and daddy, who were really looking forward to seeing her again, and she was looking forward to seeing her mommy and daddy, although we had a great time with her, but I didn't get to do much crafting. So now I'm back at my craft table working hard. So let's get over there and I'll show you what I've been working on. Project number 1. For this one I started with a round that I had gotten on Temu, and I'm using chalk paint and ink or black. I'm using this stencil that I also got on Temu, and some chalk paint in crimson and some metallic gold paint. I'm going to use this heavy decorative nautical rope and a little paintbrush and some foam daubers to do the stenciling. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the round in the chalk black paint all over, and then I'm going to take the nautical rope and hot glue it around the edges to make a border. I'm going to get a good covering. It only took one coat of the black chalk paint. So here I am just hot gluing the nautical rope around the edge of the round. Next, I'm going to place the stencil in the middle of the round, and I'm going to tape it down, and you're going to see where I'm going to cover some of the stencil because I'm going to do that in a different color. And you can also see where I've already put a red bow at the top because I wanted to be sure that I spaced my stencil where I could have the red bow at the top without interfering with the stencil. So I'm taking my big dauber, sponge dauber, and I am using the red crimson chalk paint to fill in the Merry Christmas part of the stencil. And I'm doing this a really long time. I'm fast forwarding this, but I'm really being sure that I get in all the edges and all the little crevices of the Merry Christmas. So I've taken a long time to do this to be sure I get in a good covering of the Merry Christmas. Then I'm going to remove the masking tape over the little decorative parts, and I'm going to use the metallic gold with the smaller dauber and cover in the little decorative design and stencil that in real well. Then I'll remove the masking tape and pull off the stencil, and we'll see what we have, and we'll cross our fingers and say a little prayer that everything came out okay. Just carefully remove the stencil. Looks pretty good. I do have a few places that I need to touch up, so I'll touch that up, use a little brush and touch some things up, and that is it. On to project number 2. For this one I have this laser cut Believe sign. I'm going to go back to my metallic gold paint, and I have these beads. Now, thank goodness these beads are individually tied, so I can cut them apart, and they won't fall apart. They're individually tied between each bead. So I'm going to take my metallic gold paint and paint the sign, and then I'm going to take my hot glue and cover the word in green and red beads, and I thought I had videotaped this, but obviously I didn't, so I'm showing you as I hot glue the beads on the last E. And I just cut them and put them around the letter. See, I can cut the beads in between and they don't fall apart. So I did a green, red, alternating the beads to cover the B-E-L-I-E-V-E, just like that. And there I'm doing the final letter E, hot gluing the beads onto the letters, just like that. So it was pretty easy, especially since the beads could be cut in between. So I'm just doing that and finishing up the letters, covering them with the beads. Very simple. It was really easy to do since the beads could be cut apart. And it came out quite colorful. And what's more merry than red and green colors put together? So I finished that up. Then I took two small Jenga blocks and used wood glue and glued them together and let that dry. There I'm finishing up the beads, and I glued the two Jenga blocks together, and then using wood glue, which I think is fabulous, and then I painted those two Jenga blocks with the metallic gold again, and on all three sides, let that dry, and then I took my wood glue and my hot glue gun and put the little believe sign on top and measured where it was going to touch the Jenga block, which I'm going to use as a base. And so on every other one, I used the wood glue, and then on the alternating ones, I used the hot glue. And I set the little believe sign on top of the base of the Jenga blocks, as a base. And I had to make sure that the hot glue and the wood glue didn't touch. Set it on top as a base, and there it is. We'll take a better look at it in the final. I told you they were easy, fun, and budget friendly, but before we go on much further, I want to introduce to you our host. First we have Katie from Lady Red Crafty. And our other host is Lisa from Our Gray House. And finally, we are very pleased, to have as our guest host, Catherine from A Perfect Place to Start. Now, I'll have a link to all their channels in the description box below, and the playlist of everyone else who is joining in today. Now, they would appreciate it if you would give them a thumbs up on their videos, because they've worked really hard on their crafts to share with you today. And I'd appreciate it if you haven't subscribed to NonnasHere, if you'd hit that subscribe button, the all word, so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Now you can pick and choose what videos you want to watch. If it's a craft video, the background of the thumbnail will always be in blue, and it will be clearly marked that this is a craft video. I also do Temu hauls, subscription box unboxings, sometimes a Dollar Tree shopping haul, whatever. But it's always clearly marked so you can pick and choose what videos you want to watch. Okay, so I've done a couple projects. They're fun, easy to do, and budget friendly. As I said before, most of my supplies come from Dollar Tree or Temu, where I get some great deals. I hope you're enjoying my video, and please stay to the end so you can tell me which one of my projects is your favorite. Thanks so much. Let's get on to the next project. Project number 3. Now this one I needed for a future Temu haul. I got these gift tags, plain ones, from Temu. I'm going to paint them on both sides with my metallic gold paint, and I really like these. So there I've painted them. I also have these green Christmas tree glitter stickers that I got on Temu. So I've put one sticker on each one. I still have some stickers left. And now I am going to take my white permanent marker pen, and I'm going to number on the back of each tag 1 through 12, because I'm going to be doing a collab that involves 12 giveaways. So I'm using my white permanent marker pen, and I've marked each gift tag with the number 1 through 10. Then I'm 1 through 12. Then I'm going to take this little thread that I have, and I'm going to put a string through each of the holes to tie the gift tag on each gift. Project number 4. For this one, I have these little breadboard that I've gotten from Temu, and I have these paper square frames that I got from Temu. I'm going to use this Waverly Crimson chalk paint, and I'm going to use stickers that I got on Temu to make another project. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint my little board with the crimson paint all over the front. Sorry, little interruption there, so if this sounds a little jerky, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to paint this with the red crimson paint. Those little paper frames I got on Temu, and they come in gold and silver. They're very ornate. So I've already arranged how I want to put these things on. So I put the first sticker on, and now I'm using my white glue to put the first frame on. So now I'm cutting off the part that says to from on these stickers, and I'm going to put the second frame on. This is going to be kind of like a little collage. And so I've glued the second sticker on, and now I've finished it. And the last one, I've cut the frame way down and put the third sticker and third frame on. And now I'm going to take my white permanent marker pen that I got from Temu, and I wrote Happy Holidays, and I took the red ribbon and made a little bow at the top and hot glued that on, and that was the end of my ribbon. I really liked that ribbon, but that was the very end. And then I took a magnet and glued it on the back. These kind of things will go to the church for shut-ins and people who are home recovering from surgery. And so I like to make little things that they can have when the people go and visit them. So I hot glued the magnet on the back, hot glued the little bow, and there we have a little decoration for the refrigerator for someone. There we go. Came out rather cute. And that's my last project. Okay, it's time for the final reveal, where I can show you all the projects I made today. Please comment down below and tell me which one of my projects is your favorite. I really appreciate you watching my video, and I hope to see you again at NonnasHere. But I also want to give a special thanks to Katie from Lady Red Crafting, Lisa from Our Gray House, and Catherine for being our guest host from A Perfect Place to Start. All right, let's look at my final reveal, and comment down below which was your favorite. Thanks again for watching. The final reveal. First we have the round that I made with Merry Christmas and the nautical rope going around the stencil. And next we have the little believe sign that I did with the green and red beads. Then we have the gift tags that I made with the green glitter stickers and the numbers on the back. And finally, the little red board with the stickers and the frames, and it says Happy Holidays. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.